Hello and welcome to Cousins Gymnasium, home of the Tufts Jumbos for one of the biggest matchups in the NESCAC this season. It's the Tufts University Jumbos, number 4 in the nation, number 2 in the NESCAC, versus the Amherst Mammoths, number 4 in the nation and number 3 in the NESCAC. Rematch of the last 2 championship games, huge rivalry matchup. Charlie Driver here with Francis Simmons and Jarrett Davis. We're going to take you through this one. Francis, what are your keys to the game?
Absolutely. It's an electric atmosphere here in Cousins Gymnasium. Tufts can't be complacent. They've won 7 in a row, and they must push the tempo from the start. This Amherst team is coming off a loss. They're going to be hungry, and Tufts must use this Friday night game to come out, start strong, and look to push the tempo. In addition, they need to force turnovers. Tufts is averaging about 10 steals a game. That's going to be huge because Amherst is relatively decent at taking care of the ball. So if they can force turnovers, get some steals, get out on the break, and get some easy buckets, it'll manufacture scoring, and the team that can force the most turnovers is going to win this game. Over on the Amherst side, it has to be Madeline Eck, is all I have to say. She's averaging 22.2 points per game, on 65% from the field. So she's been lining up the basket, and she's averaging also, too, about 7.6 rebounds per game. So for a guard, that's very impressive. She's actually one of the best rebounders on the team. And now we'll send it down to Jarrett, who will have some information about Cousins Gymnasium as a whole in this electric atmosphere. Jarrett?
Thanks, Francis. Thanks, Charlie. Nice to be here with you guys on a beautiful Friday evening here in Cousins Gymnasium. We got a great turnout here. Looking for a good one. Both teams know the magnitude of this game, but that electric energy, like you talked about, should give the teams a little more energy, and we're in store for a good one this evening. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Jarrett. We're going to check in with him as the game goes on, and we're going to get ready for this one. About a minute and a half to tip off. Yeah, about a minute and a half to tip off now, and this is going to be a great one now. A real revenge game for the Jumbos. Jumbos haven't won a matchup against Amherst since 2016. They've lost 6 of the last 7 games they played in the last 3 years, including the 2 national championship games that I mentioned earlier. And Francis, we have some key matchups in this game. What would those be?
Absolutely, and I already said it. Madeline Eck, number 12 for Amherst. She's just been killing it in conference play. But on the other side, Jackie Knapp. Jackie Knapp's been doing it for Tufts as well, averaging over 15 points a game on 46.4% field goal percentage. So she's also lining up the basket, and she averages about 5.1 rebounds per game. This should be an exciting one, an exciting game, an exciting matchup, and we're excited to see it. We're going to take a quick break for the national anthem and starting lineups, and we'll be back right after this. Thank you.
Boys and girls, and welcome to Cousins Gymnasium here on the campus of Tufts University. Tonight's NESCAC clash pitting the Mammoths of Amherst College and your Tufts Jumbos. Fans this time, we ask you please rise. The honor and spirit of America for the playing of our national anthem. And now let's meet the visitors, beginning with the Mammoths of Amherst, who begin with the senior guard from Greenbury, Massachusetts, number 4, Sullivan. junior guard from Rye, New York, number 12, Madeline Eck. A junior forward from Glastonbury, Connecticut, number 21, Cam Hendricks. A senior guard from Arlington, Massachusetts, number 22, Maeve McNamara. And a junior guard from Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania, number 25, Hannah Fox. Head coach of the Mammoths, GP Mackies. This is by Grace Elliott and Nehemiah Crowder. And now, Butters for your Tufts Jumbos. We will give it the senior guard from Westfield of Briggs, number 3, Sam Knapp. The junior guard from Westfield, Massachusetts, number 10, Helen Harrington. Freshman guard from Westfield of Briggs, number 11, Molly Ryan. A sophomore forward from Kansas, Connecticut, number 22, Emily Briggs. And a junior forward from North Wales, Pennsylvania, number 44, Erica Nicanino. And folks, with Carl Ruiz, this is Tyler Batista, Lauren Gillen. Ladies and gentlemen, girls are out of the Tufts. We have
And we're back. Charlie Driver, Francis Simmons again here from Cousins Gymnasium. We've just had the starting fives. You've seen the starting fives. We're in for a great game. 4 quarters, 10 minutes. That's the way it works here in women's basketball in D3. And we're just awaiting tip-off now. Francis, exciting game.
It's an electric. I mean, we already feel the intensity during starting lineups. I mean, just the crowd is unlike we've seen this year. I think everyone, including the student body, including parents, including fans, know the significance of this game. And I think both teams are going to come out pretty hard. And I think it's going to be a fight. And I think it's going to be one of those games that will just be fun to watch. And as a fan of basketball, I'm excited. And let's see who can come out, kind of push the tempo, set the tempo early, and see who can kind of take advantage of this electric environment.
Last time these two teams played in the regular season, Amherst beat Tufts 50-43. The year before in the regular season, 41-37. You have to look all the way back there another year for the 52-51 Tufts win the last time Tufts beat this purple team. And GP Dramaki's team, he's in his 12th year as coach of Amherst, formerly coached Sarah Lawrence a year at Hamilton, 6-time NESCAC Coach of the Year. He's the second highest winning percentage in all of college basketball in the women's side, second only to Gina Oriema of UConn, the alma mater of Tufts coach Carla Berube. Here's the tip-off. Amherst is going to win that pretty easily. That's over to Cam Hendricks.
Tufts in their all-white uniforms, Amherst in their purple.
Here's senior guard Maeve McNamara now. She'll pass that out.
The Tufts bench is already electric.
Here's Hannah Fox. Nice pick set, and it's off the foot there. That'll be a foul on the Jumbos. Goes off the foot of Erica DiCandido, the Jumbos' leading scorer. The junior from North Wales, Pennsylvania, 13 points per game.
Good job by Erica there to stick her foot out. Otherwise, that would have been an easy layup.
And here's the inbound now. Retaken by Sullivan. She's going to lob that over to number 22, Maeve McNamara. Looking to drive now, McNamara. She'll pass that one out. Hannah Fox. Gets it over to number 21, Cam Hendricks.
4 seconds on the shot clock.
And the shot there. And that's well short from Maeve McNamara, but she got it off before the clock. Now it's Tufts. DiCandido.
Do you have me back or?
Slow things down here. Here's Jack Knapp, the senior, leading the Jumbos in conference scoring. 23 earlier this week.
Amherst coming out an early man here.
And here's Knapp. She's going to pass it over to number 10, Kaylin Harrington. And then it's 5 on the shot clock. Driving, shooting, well off the mark. There is number 22, Emily Briggs, back with Sullivan.
Amherst looking to push the tempo a little bit here. Both teams have gone deep into the shot clock so far.
Here's McNamara. She almost loses it. Knapp isn't fast enough to pick it up. Another ball with Hendricks. Sullivan. Almost taken away by DiCandido. She'll get them out to number 21, Hendricks. 4 on the shot clock.
That's a travel. Got away with the travel there, nonetheless missed the basket.
Molly Ryan comes down with it for the Jumbos. Still no points. And that's a poor error there by the Jumbos, and it's going to be Mammoths' ball. 8:22, still scoreless. The characteristic of the two teams' matchups, these are defensive powerhouses on either side.
Absolutely. We had the first turnover of the game. I'm telling you, Charlie, whoever can limit those turnovers is a push in the back when Erica DiCandido there, number 44 for the Jumbos, will be the first team foul. But I'm telling you, whoever can limit turnovers in this game is going to win. Whoever wins the turnover battle is going to come out with the victory here in Cousins Gymnasium.
Sullivan on the inbound now.
That's a 5 seconds, and it's called. So there's another turnover.
And that's the story. They can't get any shooting opportunities. That's why we're 2 minutes in. Still no points.
Absolutely. And on the offensive end, Tufts seems a little stagnant. They're kind of standing around, not really moving, not getting a lot of screens, a little lazy pass there. But they need to move around and get Erica DiCandido down the post. She's much bigger, and see if she can get to work in the post.
Here now is Molly Ryan. She's going to play that out. Number 22, Emily Briggs. DiCandido now, 7 on the shot clock. She's going to shoot, and it's blocked. It'll stick with the Jumbos, but that's a nice block by Cam Hendricks.
And the shot clock reset there, but it should be about 5 seconds.
And Francis, at what point do you need to just take an opportunistic shot, even if it's not the best?
Well, absolutely. I mean, there are 5 seconds left on the shot clock. That was smart for Erica there to drive, and she just got blocked. So it was great defense there by Amherst.
Jack Knapp's going to take it from 3. Off the mark for her, but recovered by the Jumbos and DiCandido. She's going to try for a second hand, and it's blocked there. Another block from Cam Hendricks, and here's the Mammoths.
That was great defense. Heads where the rest could see them straight in the air. No foul.
And there's Mammoths. First 2 points in the game. Francis, you were talking about her. She's important, and she gets the Mammoths on the board.
Absolutely.
And here's Erica DiCandido. Laid out to Molly Ryan.
I'd like to see that pass there to Erica. It goes down there.
Back to the basket, wrapped up. Can't get the shot off.
Again,
by Eck on defense.
Madeline Eck has like 3 blocks already, at least 2. She's keeping her hands straight up. As a nice crossover there. That should be a charge. No call. And the basket's good there.
That's Fox finding some space and getting a shot off. 4-0 run to start the game. Under 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Knapp calling a play. He's going to hand it off now to number 10. That's Kaylin Harrington. Back with her now. Heavily guarded. 4 Mammoths around her, and they lose the ball. Coming up with it is Eck.
Another turnover there.
Really bad quality right now.
Here's Megan Sullivan.
That should be a charge. That's the right call there. Outside of the circle. Good job there by Erica. Worry me a little bit if you're a Jumbos fan, because that would have been her second foul just less than 4 minutes into this game. Nonetheless, it goes against Megan Sullivan for the charge, and it's the first team foul.
DiCandido out to Knapp. Here's Jack Knapp, a senior.
I got you.
Senior starter for the Jumbos. He really came onto the scene nicely and has emulated Lauren Dillon, who's now an assistant coach for the Jumbos, and was really the leader of this team last year. Now it's Knapp.
Again, the Jumbos offense just a little stagnant. No one's moving around, and Knapp's in trouble. Nice,
Emily Briggs.
nice little spin move. Nothing falling here. And Madeline Eck has her hands all over this game with the rebound there.
McNamara. She'll get that out to number 21, Hendricks. Tossed up, finds Fox. Fox with a nice spin.
How's it?
And a travel on McNamara. A little sloppy there. She's in a good position. Didn't need to do that. And Jumbo's ball.
And it's just a turnover-riddled game so far. That and Madeline Eck on the defensive end, making some big plays, getting rebounds, and getting blocked. I thought she was going to have a bigger impact on offense, but she's having a huge impact so far on defense.
We're going to see Kaylin Harrington check out now.
Another turnover. It looks like against Amherst with the hold.
Foul's called number 21 of Amherst as Cam Hendricks, her first, team second.
Very well. can play 30 seconds of defense, he's going to win this game. It's not about scoring, it's about playing defense.
So we thought we'd see so far. Both teams really take care of the ball well. Actually, about 13 turnovers per game.
All right, I'm going out to
Both teams will just settle down to another game. They have some players. Just play basketball. That's what they're going to do.
All right, if there's anything that happens under the basket, I'm probably going to go to there. That's fine.
Lots of trouble.
Gets it out from teammate X. Gets the points to go.
Absolutely. That was absolutely trouble there. This ball, see if they make it up in the offensive end. Bust.
Owen. I went to Owen, yeah.
Tufts really needs a basket here. Get a little offense going. We're offensive flow. They need to move the ball around. A little stagnant. Is that another turnover? Absolutely. And you know what I said at the beginning of the game, turnovers is what this game's going to come down to. Tufts, seemingly almost every possession, is just turning the ball over. And it's not like Amherst forced turnovers. It's just like the 2 possessions ago, someone threw the ball across half court, just a little errant pass, and then just there on the steal, on the kick out, just take care of the ball. I think both teams are a little nervous when the team turns the ball over. But both teams need to kind of get back into the game. I don't think it plays into it at all, to be honest with you. I think the Jumbos are beating themselves right now. They're just being sloppy with the ball, which is very uncharacteristic of what we've seen. So hopefully, if you're a Jumbos fan, the Jumbos can wake up. They have a few blood assignments in defense as well. They seem like they're not in the game. And that's something that's easily fixed. And see if this time helps them.
Here's Jack Knapp with the ball. 10-2, Mammoths on top of the Jumbos. DeCandido. She's going to drive to the basket, gets that one to go. She's going to shoot as well for an and one.
And that's exactly what they needed to do. Attack the basket, move around, get the ball moving, stop being so static, and at least an and one there.
DeCandido for the season shooting 86.3 from the line. She's going to up her total there. 3-point play for Erica DeCandido. Gets the Jumbos to claw a little back in this one. Here's Fox. She'll give that over to Cam Hendricks. Now back with Sullivan.
Great help defense there, and a great steal by DeCandido.
Mammoths trying the best with the space that they had and failed there. Here's a shot, Molly Ryan from downtown. Can't get that one to go, recovered nicely by Maeve McNamara.
It's a little early in the shot clock. I understand you're trying to get some offensive flow going, but a little early, a little contested. Look to move the ball around a little more if you're a Jumbo.
McNamara now gives it out to Sullivan. Sullivan lofts it forward for Eck, guarded by 2 Jumbos. Open 3 now, Hannah Fox. Too much on it.
That was great Jumbo defense there, helping double team down low against Eck, and then getting out to close out on the 3-pointer.
Ryan gives it to DeCandido. Gives it over to Wadolowski. Wadolowski guarded by Sullivan. She's going to drive. She's going to shoot. She's going to score.
And just like that, I told you, if Tufts starts moving around, they stop turning the ball over, and they start playing smart defense, they're gonna get back in this game. That's certainly what they're doing now.
Megan Sullivan now.
And all of a sudden, this game sort of has a different vibe. Bench is coming alive. The crowd's coming alive.
Nice pick set by Eck there. She's going to get the ball now.
That's a push-off.
Clear push-off by Madeline Eck. Nice call by the refs, and it's Jumbo's ball.
And that's her second foul, so we'll see if she stays in here in this first quarter. If it does go against Madeline Eck.
We're going to see Sadie Otley come in now, the junior replacing Molly Ryan. She's going to come in, play point for a bit.
And that is Madeline Eck's second foul. She's staying in. I'm assuming the sub at the table is for her. But the Jumbo should look to attack her now and see if she can pick up a quick third foul.
Here's Otley. She's guarded by McNamara. It's played all the way over to Rosa now. Jack Knapp.
She's been quiet in this game, Jackie Knapp.
Sophia Rosa. Little too much on it there. Tipped up in the air, recovered by Megan Sullivan, taking it the other way now. Under a minute remaining in the first quarter, 10-7. Jumbos have done a nice job getting back in this game. Hannah Fox is going to be called for the offensive foul.
And that's about the fourth or fifth offensive foul called against Amherst here. Jumbos are doing a good job of moving their feet and staying down and not reaching, and it's leading to push-offs, and they're taking good charges.
Eck has just stepped out of this game. She's been replaced by number 20, Courtney Resh, the freshman from San Francisco. Here's Sadie Otley, 45 seconds to go in this first quarter. DeCandido plays it up to Wadalowski. Looking for a shot, takes it, almost gets it, recovered by Sullivan. McNamara now, 30 seconds to go, 24 on the shot clock. Megan Sullivan. Here's Hannah Fox, does a nice job of escaping Rosa there. Back to McNamara, 10 on the shot clock. It's a substitute, Resh.
Looks like maybe a travel there. The Tufts bench 1-on-1 for sure.
5 seconds, 2 on the shot clock. This is.
I don't think she got that off.
No, that was just in time, but off the mark. Recovered by Sullivan, 2 seconds left. She's going to get the basket right as time expires. Looks a little generous to call an end to the timeout, but that's the end of the first quarter, 12-7. We're going to throw this down now to Jarrett Davis. Jarrett, what did you think of that first quarter?
That was a really exciting first quarter as we see both teams starting off a little cagey. There's two different focuses from both benches. The Tufts bench, they're looking more to play tight defense. Defense is the word that they started off before the game. Over on the Amherst side, the coach is focusing on the tactics to break down the slow start by the Jumbos. He focuses on that high-low. He wants to implement the high-low. What do you guys think? Back up to you, Charlie and Francis.
Jared, actually, I have a question for you. You're down there, and Francis, you were talking a lot about some travels that you may or may not have seen, some extra steps. Did you see anything like that on the Amherst side when they were on offense?
And be careful, there's a ref standing right next to you, so be generous with the statement.
No, yeah. We did see a slight bit of controversy between the ref and Coach Berube for the Tufts, But, yeah, there's been a little bit of call both ways. I think the refs are trying to do the best they can. I think right now it's headed Amherst way, but we'll see what we have for in store in the second quarter.
Thank you, Jarrett. Really appreciate it. We'll send it back down to you a little later.
All right.
All right, team's coming back out now for the start of the second quarter, 12-7. Looked like it was Amherst pulling away in the start. Jumbos couldn't get any shots to go, but they've clawed their way back to a 5-point deficit. Amherst a little lucky getting some points right at the death in that first quarter.
Yep, but it goes back to the defensive end. I've been preaching that. I've been harping on it. But Tufts put some nice string of stops together, kind of got out into the open floor, got a little movement on their offensive end. Easy defense led to easy offense there.
Here's Rosa. She'll play that to DeCandido. Knapp now.
Looking for her first points. That should be a jump
people.
ball.
That'll be given over to Amherst, actually. No jump ball called, or jump ball Amherst, excuse me. Now inbound to be taken by Cam Hendricks, number 21. Maeve McNamara now. And here's Resh. She came on as a sub in the end of the first quarter.
Eck still on the bench.
Is now from three.
No
and
good.
Well short there from Courtney Resh, the freshman.
Eck is still on the bench here with 2 fouls, and the question always is begged, when do you put her in? Someone who's scoring this much for Amherst and such a big part of their offense is going to be out for a good portion of this quarter.
Here's DeCandido. Tipped ball. Recovered by the Jumbos and Rosa. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Knapp, layup. She's going to get that to go. 12-9.
And this place just erupted after that layup. See if the Jumbos can keep pushing the tempo, taking advantage of this Cousins crowd.
Here's Maeve McNamara. Impressive defense from the Jumbos bench. We'll see that now from Sadie Otley. Gets it out to McNamara. Guarded by Knapp. 10 on the shot clock. McNamara looking around, finds Fox now.
Without Eck in this game, they're having a hard time finding some offense. They better get a shot off.
Deep three, Fox! Not enough on it. Nice defense from Wadolowski with the rebound. Jack Knapp now. Tony Monaco is in attendance. The president of Tufts University has come out for this Friday night game. There's a nice crowd at Tufts Cousins Gymnasium, one of the oldest venues in the NESCAC. And home to a lot of home wins, but not a lot recently against Amherst as Rosa gets it off the mark. Here's Hannah Fox taking it the other way. Resh.
That's a push off there. Got away with one.
Shot clock at 12.
And that's a travel. Drag her foot there, and she is frustrated. Rightfully so. I mean, the turnovers just racking up for both teams. Jumbos have been taking care of better care of the ball recently, and they've been playing 30 straight seconds of defense on the defensive end. No lapses since the Berube timeout, and they're playing some solid defense, which is leading to points on the offensive end.
Briggs and Martinson in for Rosa and DiCandido here. Here's Jack Knapp. Wadolowski, long two. Can't get that one to go. Recovered nicely by Hannah Fox. Fox will play this to Sullivan. Sullivan against Martinson. Sullivan to the basket. Too heavy. Martinson with a bounce rebound, but the Jumbos come down with it. Jack Knapp now. Knapp to Otley.
Good move.
Otley can't get that one to go, but a foul. She'll go to the line now. Sadie Otley is shooting 64.7% from the line this season. So Jumbos are going to shoot two to try and pull this game within one. 7:12 left in the second quarter. Charlie Driver here with Francis Simmons, Jarrett Davis, our man on the sideline. And that one's off the mark. So that foul was on Hendricks. It's her first of the night. As Otley's going to shoot her second. And that one's going to just go. A little lucky there. And here come the Mammoths and Hannah Fox.
And they really need a basket here. They need a quick basket. They've really felt Eck not being on the floor. See if they can get something easy here, an easy look.
Here's Sullivan. She has 6 points on the day for the Mammoths so far. Half the team's 12.
And the Jumbos are just relentless on defense, not letting any space, not letting any opportunities.
Maeve McNamara can't get it to go. Almost picked up on the rebound by Hannah Fox, but Jumbos come down with it. Here's Sadie Otley. Plays it out now. Martinson gives it back to Otley. Knapp now, guarded by Hannah Fox. Fox, the second leading scorer for the Mammoths, with 17 points a game. Lost it. Jack Knapp recovered nicely by the Mammoths. Here's Maeve McNamara. Shot there from three. No good. Off the mark was Resh.
And Amherst has still not scored a single point in this quarter, nearly 4 minutes into it.
Jumbos have come up with three to more than halve their deficit. Here's Katie Martinson. 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Jack Knapp gives it out to Jeanette Wadolowski. And here's Katie Martinson, 7 on the shot clock. Round two, nice pass from her. Wadolowski can't convert. Recovered by Resh. And here come the Mammoths. Resh looks to shoot, decides not to, plays it out. Winds up with Sullivan now. Here's Hannah Fox. Maeve McNamara. 5 on the shot clock now. Shot, Resh! Too short. She's not been great from three so far and hasn't made any. Otley plays a long pass to Briggs. Briggs thinks better of shooting, passes it to Wadolowski. Wadolowski can't get it to go. Bump there, out of bounds. That'll be an Amherst ball.
And going back to you saying that she wasn't making any threes, it's not her, it's the Tufts defense. Just playing full 30 seconds of shot clock and closing out and getting out on shooters, not letting any easy shots. And it's shown this quarter. This is not Amherst's fault. It's really just the Jumbos just kind of coming on and just laying the defense on.
Wadolowski and Knapp are going to sit down, replaced by DiCandido and Molly Ryan. Here's Megan Sullivan. Hannah Fox now.
That was a moving screen there, but Sadie also kind of pushed her.
And to the basket, Cam Hendricks can't get it to go, but recovered nicely by Fox on the rebound. Fox now guarded by Otley. Nice pick set by Hendricks. In and out there, unlucky for Amherst. And here comes the Jumbos and Emily Briggs. Excuse me, Molly Ryan with the ball.
And both teams recently have been kind of quiet here.
DeCandido now almost loses it. Briggs passes it over to Ryan. Ryan, 10 on the shot clock now. Briggs driving. She's going to go for the layup, and it's blocked. Blocked by Cam Hendricks now. Here comes Hannah Fox the other way. McNamara.
And if you're a Jumbos fan, you don't like the fact that you're not converting on these defensive stops because Madeline Eck's going to get back in the game. And this offense, this Amherst offense, might be a totally different offense when she's back in.
Here's Courtney Resh. 7 on the shot clock now. Cam Hendricks. It's going to be a push call. It's going to go against the Jumbos.
And it looks like it's going to go against Emily Briggs.
Number 22 of Tufts is
Yeah, that's
Emily
Emily Briggs, the sophomore from Canton, Connecticut. That's her second foul of the day.
See if Jackie Knapp checks in for her. Berube not very happy with the call. They haven't called it all night. The call it there with 4 seconds left on the shot clock. It's a little interesting of a call, and that was a travel makeup call there. Berube definitely got in her ear and warranted that travel.
McNamara tried to feint the shot, traveled by doing it. Here's going to see a change here for the Jumbos. Kaylin Harrington is going to replace Katie Martinson. And we're going to see Emily Briggs here take the inbound.
It's interesting Briggs is staying in. I assume that sub was for Briggs with the 2 fouls. Nonetheless, Berube has faith in her players.
12-10 still. Molly Ryan will give this over to Erica DeCandido. DeCandido drives, guarded by 2. Plays it out to Briggs. Looked like she had a chance for a shot, went for a layup instead and has too much on it, but nicely recovered by DeCandido. She'll shoot it herself. Foul called against Amherst on the block. That one was Courtney Resh, the guilty party.
Absolutely, and Erica DeCandido just came flying in there and grabbed the rebound.
That's Cam Hendricks, her third personal.
That's Cam Hendricks, his 3rd foul of the night now.
So her and Ecker in foul trouble.
DeCandido gets the first one.
And there's no move to the bench for someone to check in at the table. An interesting move here.
Second for DeCandido, this one to tie the game. First time the Jumbos have not been behind since the first points. And here's Amherst to answer now.
And I don't think the Amherst bench knows that number 21, that Cam Hendricks, has 3 fouls. Otherwise, she wouldn't be playing right now.
Megan Sullivan plays it out to Fox. Fox gives it to McNamara. Almost a 3 attempt from Resh. She plays it to Sullivan for the easier one and a bucket for Megan Sullivan.
It only took 7 minutes.
And here's Sadie Otley. Pace is picked up here. DeCandido, 2:50 left. DeCandido from 3 can't get it.
Not what you want there 10 seconds into the shot clock. Nonetheless, a little heat check there.
And it's good!
And this should be potentially a Berube timeout if the Jumbos don't convert here to let another basket up on the Amherst side because the crowd's starting to get out of it a little bit.
Suddenly a 5-0 run for Amherst. Berube moving up, giving some commands to her team. Knapp's going to re-enter the game in a sec. Here's Otley. 15 on the shot clock. Emily Briggs now. Plays it open, wide open. Otley from 3. It's good! Nothing but net. Sadie Otley.
And the Jumbos needed that.
Maeve McNamara now. 2-point game. Hannah Fox. Nice pass. Megan Sullivan can't get that one to go. Recovered by number 10, Kaylin Harrington.
And all of a sudden, the crowd's back into this one.
DeCandido plays it up to Briggs. Guarded by 2, blocked by Sullivan, tipped and collected there by Maeve McNamara. Nothing going at the post for the Jumbos here.
Interesting, we'll see Madeline Eck for the rest of this half. Doesn't look like we will.
Megan Sullivan, minute 20. Sullivan shooting, she gets it to go. 10 points for Megan Sullivan in the first half. 19-15 Amherst.
She's really stepping up and filling that void in the past couple of minutes.
Briggs plays it over to DeCandido. Here's the minute mark. And that's going to be a foul on Amherst there.
And that could have easily been a moving screen on DeCandido, but got away. Looks like kind of was pushed into the move.
Knapp's going to enter the game for Otley now. Nice shift for Sadie Otley. Starters back in. Molly Ryan plays this one out to DeCandido. Lofted pass. DeCandido looking to shoot. Unlucky there. Recovered by Fox. Fox has been money on the rebound. Maeve McNamara now on offense. Here's Megan Sullivan, leading scorer for either side with 10. And that's
a jump.
Jumbos possession, great defense.
Absolutely. Snuck in behind there and just kind of tied it up.
Jack Knapp, 39.6 seconds left. We're going to see a timeout taken here. Or excuse me, didn't get the substitution on. Jade Duval is entering this game for Hannah Fox. Duval, the freshman from Cleveland, Ohio, is going to play out the remaining 39-6 in this first half. Jack Knapp now. Still have a shot clock here. Jumbos are going to need to do something. Here's Molly Ryan. 4-point deficit. Long two. Emily Briggs off the mark. No chance, really, once it came out of her hand. Maeve McNamara, shot clock off. Amherst going to wind the sign down and try and go into the half. Up 6.
Just careful, no fouls here, especially Erica DeCandido.
McNamara now. 6 seconds left. Plays it out to Sullivan. Back to McNamara.
That's a travel.
And tipped away. Going to see a buzzer beater attempt for the Jumbos, well short. But a nice defensive play with the steal. Gives the Jumbos a 4-point deficit going into halftime. 19-15 Amherst. Charlie Driver, Francis Simmons, Jack Davis. We'll be back with you in about 10 minutes.
Please stay on the court during halftime. Thank you.
to the Amherst Mammoths and 15 to Tufts after 20 minutes of play. Francis, it was an exciting first half, a lot of defense.
A lot of defense. And just the thing is, and I said this at the beginning, this is not going to be a pretty game. It's an electric game. It's a fun game to watch. But it's not going to be sinking threes, beautiful moves to the basket. It's going to be one of those games that's just hard fought, and whoever scraps the most, whoever forces the most turnovers, whoever protects the ball on the offensive end, whoever does the little things right is going to win. It's not a showboat game. It's one of those you just put your head down, and Amherst just did that for the majority of the first half better than Tufts did. When Tufts kind of got back into the game, they were playing 30 seconds of defense. They were getting deep into the shot clock, closing out on shooters, and forcing turnovers. And look to see Berube preaching that at halftime and see them come out and do that as the Jumbos.
And we were talking about your key matchups before the game, and your two key matchups for two key players, Francis, were Jack Knapp for the Jumbos and then Madeleine for the Mammoths. Now, neither of those players have really delivered by your team. It's been the story of undersung heroes. Megan Sullivan, probably the fifth person you would think of in terms of high scores for the Mammoths. She's come up with 10 points for Amherst. And for the Jumbos, it's been DiCandido.
Which would have been my second option for the matchup of the game. DiCandido is always giving some good points and some good rebounds and always is hustling. But at the end of the day, in my defense, Eck has been on the bench for a while that second quarter with the foul trouble. And if you're a Jumbos fan, you have to like the fact that Jackie Knapp has only scored 2 points and you're only down by 4. And so look for Jackie Knapp to see if she can come alive and see what happens when Eck gets back in the game. I think we'll have a little bit more offense here as we get ready for this second half of action. We'll be right back with second half here on JumboCast.
All right, second half about to start here. Mammoths raced out to a 10-4 run to open this game. Jumbos clawed it back, and it's sort of been back and forth since then. Charlie Driver, Francis Simmons, Jarrett Davis on the sideline. We're going to hear from him in a little bit. This game has just started. Here's the fixture. We apologize for 5 seconds of blackness there. And here's Megan Sullivan, 10 points for the Mammoths so far in this game. Shot off the mark there. Attempting that one was Cam Hendricks. 3 personal fouls. She's going to have to watch out for that going down the line. Here's Emily Briggs.
Now you see Emily Briggs there. Get that down to DeCandido. Try to get that pass in there. I know it's pretty contested, but that's what the Jumbos need to do to get the offensive scoring going, is get it down to DeCandido.
Briggs can't get that one to go on the layup. And here come the Mammoths. Maeve McNamara now with the ball.
And a quick foul here on the Jumbos. Looks like it's going to go against, who's that, Molly Ryan?
Yeah, I believe that's Molly Ryan.
It will go against number 11, Molly Ryan.
And the inbound is played long to Maeve McNamara there. McNamara 2 points in that first half. Now here's Cam Hendricks, guarded by Briggs. Plays it up now to Madeline Eck. Back in the game. Didn't see her for a lot of it. And she's back and announces herself quickly with 2 points.
Yep. You see her now, Charlie, don't you?
Yeah, 6 points for her on the game.
And this is down the stretch. It will end up being a Jackie Knapp, Madeline Eck showdown, and I'm looking forward to it.
Here's Emily Briggs.
Trying to run her off of the screen a little bit there.
DeCandido shot clock at 6 now. Losing the ball and collected by Amherst. That's going to be a jump ball. Probably possession stays with the Jumbos there. Nice job scrapping for it.
The question is, did the Amherst player have possession there? Should that be a reset of the shot clock? And they will not reset the shot clock.
It was a little generous play on the jump call there. I'm not sure that Tufts necessarily deserved the possession. But that may be a thing where it's 3 seconds on the shot clock anyway. You can make a small mistake. We're going to see this inbound played out quick now. Out to Harrington.
Needs to go up, doesn't know.
Gets it nicely
done.
done.
A shot clock violation.
Molly Ryan did what she could, but still a shot clock violation as she airballs it.
And if you're Berube and you can see her frustration on the sideline, you preach in halftime. We've talked about how it seems like there's going to be more offense in this half. Teams are starting to get the flow of the game. And they come down the very first possession and make a shot clock violation and almost turn the ball over. Not how Berube wanted to start this game, or this half.
McNamara plays it over to Fox now. Here's Madeline Eck, guarded by DeCandido. 2 Jumbos go over. McNamara takes the ball.
There's Eck.
Can't get that one to go. Recovered by Knapp. That's going to be a foul on Eck. That's her 4th of the day and a fully needless one there.
That will be Eck's 3rd, I believe, Charlie.
Oh, excuse me. They may or may not have updated that one. No, her 3rd. That's my bad. But still a needless foul for Madeline Eck after Jack Knapp had full possession of that ball. Here's Molly Ryan under the net.
And who's that on?
That's going to be on the Mammoths. The foul is on number 22, Maeve McNamara.
I'm surprised Madeline Eck isn't sitting for at least a minute or 2 here with the 3 fouls. Understand you want to get her in. This Jackie Knapp maybe got fouled there, no call.
Lucky to get the ball back there. Thinks about playing it back out. Winds out getting it to DeCandido. Here's Knapp. She'll take that from about the free throw line. Not enough on it, but nicely recovered by Sophia Rosa, who gets it on the second chance.
And that's a huge second chance points to get the Jumbos going there. Jackie Knapp missing a few shots. She'll get more comfortable, and when she starts hitting shots, it's bad news for this Amherst team.
Hendricks gives it over to Hannah Fox. Hendricks now, guarded by Rosa. McNamara. 8 seconds on the shot clock for McNamara. She'll give that over. Shot from 3, nothing but net. Cam Hendricks from downtown.
And that was great ball movement. That's something that we didn't really see in the first half. Amherst really moved the ball around well there and got the wide open 3. Nothing but the bottom of the net there.
Kaylin Harrington, guarded by Sullivan. Under the basket now, surrounded by 3 Mammoths players. Molly Ryan to the basket. Can't get it to go. Recovered by Madeline Eck. Played forward for Sullivan now. Here's Megan Sullivan.
Multiple times tonight, Megan Sullivan's been attacking, seemed to have a lane to the basket, and kind of just lose the ball, almost going too fast for the basketball.
Hasn't necessarily mattered. She has 10 points still.
Absolutely. She could have more, though.
Hannah Fox doesn't get it to go. No call on the foul there. Or no foul, excuse me. Erica DeCandido, short range. Unlucky, not been her day. And that's going to be a foul against Sophia Rosa.
And that's a silly foul there. No need to do that. And Berube is yelling at her now just to get back in defense and don't commit a silly foul, because that's Jumbo's 3rd foul now. 2 more, and Amherst is in the bonus for the rest of the half. The rest of the quarter, pardon me.
Here's Maeve McNamara, 6:19 left in the third quarter. We're going to see Wadolowski check into the game soon, but first Megan Sullivan for the Mammoths. Cam Hendricks now, guarded by Rosa. Sullivan driving, thinks better of shooting. And that's going to be a foul against the Jumbos.
And that's just a case of something the Jumbos did really do a good job of in the first half. It's cutting off the baseline, sliding their feet, and getting in position. That time, I think it was Sadie, or Kaylin, was a step behind and used her body a little bit too much and drew the foul.
Cam Hendricks shooting 90.9% from the line. Shows it there with that money free throw. As checking out of the game is Kaylin Harrington to be replaced by Jeanette Wadolowski. Wadolowski 2 points in that first half, coming off the bench. 2 for 2 there. Cam Hendricks, she's now got 8 points for the day. 5:57 left. This game has major implications for home field advantage going forward in the NESCAC tournament, which is coming up in February. And that's going to be a foul against the Mammoths there, possession.
It's going to be on the floor, but good to see Jackie Knott kind of driving there and trying to get something going.
Cam Hendrick, that's her 4th foul. She's going to check out, probably as a result of that, to be replaced by Resh. So she's in foul trouble despite having probably the best third quarter performance so far for her team. And that may have been part of the strategy, Francis, in playing Hendricks so much in that first half, even though she came in with 2 personal fouls, is that you can leave her out now and play Madeline Eck for more of this time. Absolutely,
but Madeline Eck also has 3. Madeline Eck picks up 1 more. Both Hendricks and Eck are going to be on the bench for the remainder of this quarter at least, and a little bit of the fourth quarter.
Rosa gets it to go on the second bounce. Lucky for her. That's her 4th point of the quarter. Maeve McNamara, Jumbo's down 7.
Just stops. That's the biggest thing you can preach to the Jumbos right now. Berube, just one stop at a time, work 30 seconds of the shot clock, close out on shooters, get the ball back, and move on the offensive end, get easy shots.
Here's Resh. Almost intercepted, but McNamara comes down with it, driving, shooting. Maeve McNamara can't get it to go, recovered by Rosa. Here's Jack Knapp. Guarded by Madeline Eck physically. Erica DiCandido, long pass out to Wadolowski. Wadolowski shooting. She's going to be called for the foul. She can't believe it. Excuse me, that looks like it'll be maybe called off the ball.
Foul's called number 2 of Amherst, 22 of Amherst, that's Maeve McNamara.
Oh, no, excuse me, Mammoth foul on McNamara.
And that might be her
That's her second of the day. So McNamara, no points, but a focal point of this offense is DiCandido unlucky there.
That's a good shot. And the Amherst player tried to take a charge in the circle there. Not the best idea because it's a little bit of a flop there, it seemed like, by Eck. DiCandido not happy with the call. Eck smiling a little bit. Nonetheless, it is a foul against DiCandido.
DiCandido's second personal. Erica DiCandido, a junior, is going to be one of the most important players for the next 2 years for the Jumbos.
That might have been a little hiccup by Eck. No call there.
Fox has a nice opportunity on the layup, but just overshoots it. Here's Jack Knapp.
And I like to see them get it to DiCandido here and see if they can attack Eck. Instead, DiCandido is coming up. They're going to run a little, maybe a double high box.
8-2 run to open the second half for the Mammoths. Erica DiCandido now. Rise of defense from the Jumbo crowd. Nice job by Rosa keeping it in, and we'll see where the possession is. Referee says Hannah Fox touched it last. Jumbo's ball.
That might have been a little generous call there, Charlie, but nonetheless, the Jumbos will keep the ball. But last time they had 4 seconds on the shot clock. They didn't know they had it. Make sure everyone knows that there's 4 seconds. You got to get a shot up. Now that'll matter.
Wadolowski makes it. She knew there were 4 on the shot clock, and she gets 2 points back for her team. Deficit back to 5.
And I know she's missed some shots, but she's been playing hard, and she's been playing some intense defense. She's given Coach Berube some good minutes here for the Jumbos.
Hannah Fox plays it over to McNamara. McNamara guarded by Knapp. Picks up by Resh. Megan Sullivan now evades Wadolowski, driving, scoring. Megan Sullivan for 2.
She has 12 now.
Sullivan on the season came into this game averaging 4.2 points per game from a starting role, bucking the trend here in the biggest game of their season. Sophia Rosa, mid-range. She's been lucky on some other ones, gets unlucky there. Megan Sullivan with the rebound. And here's Hannah Fox, driving, shooting, well short, airballs it over to her teammate Resh, who gets it to go.
And you hate to see that if you're Coach Berube. Got to stop. Had a chance to chip away this lead on the offensive end, didn't box out. Now it can be a three-point swing.
Sadie Utley's going to enter this game. She's going to replace number 11, Molly Ryan, who's maybe limping a bit.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like she might be running with a little limp, and she will not go down to the trainer. Instead, she'll just sit down, maybe roll her ankle or something.
9-point deficit for the Jumbos. Amherst coming out strong so far, and the three-point play comes to fruition here for the Mammoths. 31-21, 10-point lead, biggest of the day for the Mammoths now.
And again, I keep harping on this, but I like to see DeCandido go at Eck. Eck has 3 fouls. Get her out of the game.
Wadolowski over to Otley now, guarded by McNamara. Rosa.
Get in there, Rosa. There you go.
She lofts it up. DeCandido to the basket. Too much on it.
I'm still fine with that because Eck's either going to foul or play a little less defense than she usually would with those 3 fouls.
Hannah Fox. Madeline Eck. Can't get it to go. Recovered by Wadolowski. Here's Jeanette Wadolowski, the freshman, getting her first taste of this long, storied rivalry of the NESCAC. Jack Knapp, mid-range, can't get it to go. Recovered by Rosa. No second chance points there. Resh on the rebound.
And Berube is a little upset there on the follow. Angela Alabrandy will check in at the next dead ball.
Hannah Fox, tightly guarded by Otley, a little too tightly. That's a foul on Sadie.
Is that on Sadie or is that on Rosa?
Might be on Rosa off.
And that will be the 5th team foul. And Berube will out for a full timeout here. When we come back after this brief break, Amherst will be on the line, and that foul was, in fact, on Rosa, her second. We'll be back right after this.
And we're back. Charlie Driver, Francis Simmons here from Cousins Gymnasium. Going to hear from Jarrett Davis in 2 minutes from the sideline, see what he's picked up on from his position. And it's going to be Mammoth's ball here, a free throw attempt by number 20, Courtney Resh. Freshman, San Francisco, California. Resh is averaging 4.8 points per game. She's got 3 already. Shooting 60% from the line, going to up her average a bit there.
Has Amherst missed a free throw yet?
Yeah, I think they've missed 1 or 2, but they've been fairly good from the line. This for a 12-point lead. And that'll go. So 33-21 with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Jumbo's going to look for something to change here. The second half really hasn't been to their liking at all.
And as I was telling you on the break, just Erica DeCandido at the 3-point line is not doing anything for the Jumbos right now. She needs to post up and attack Eck, who has those 3 fouls, as that one goes out of bounds, turnover for Sadie Outley. But as I was telling you, she just needs to post up. She's bigger than Eck. Take Eck, post her up, and either Eck's going to foul or Erica DeCandido hits those shots all day long, every single game.
Yeah, DeCandido 5'11", Eck only 5'9", so a 2-inch advantage there. Part of it is we've seen an effective double team at the post from the Mammoths earlier. Maeve McNamara can't get that one to go, but we're going to see a foul called there. That's going to be against number 32, Katie Martinson. Or excuse me, I think number 12.
Number 33.
And the
33, excuse me, Jeanette Wadolowski.
And the ref signaled that to Berube just now that I think that she got a little piece of her hand. From up here, I didn't see that. And I don't think Berube saw that either. Nonetheless, first free throw is good, and Berube is a little bit irate right now. She will take a seat.
Berube, 2 new assistant coaches this year, Lauren Dillon and Lauren Batista. Lauren squared, if you will, as the second free throw is good. Here's Jack Knapp, Dillon, an alumnus. Meanwhile, Batista's come over from BC after her graduate studies. So a little change there on the bench for the Jumbos. DiCandido dribbling under the basket. Nice ball through to number 30, Angela Alabrandi. Her first points in her first action of the game.
And that's exactly what I was telling you, though. Give the ball to Erica DiCandido and good things happen. But even if the double team comes, she's mature enough as a player to be able to find the open cutter. Easy layup there because the ball was in the post.
Hannah Fox gives it over to Megan Sullivan. Sullivan having the game of her season easily. Here's Fox. Nice move from her. Mid-range jumper. Nothing but net. Hannah Fox. 38 seconds left in the third quarter here.
The Jumbos want to kind of end here on a good note.
14-point lead. DiCandido almost loses the ball. Played forward to Alabrandi. Travel on Angela Alabrandi.
And that was interesting. That's called from the ref underneath the basket, not the ref on the sideline. The ref on the sideline would have seen what we saw. One step. A little bit of a double team here. And that is an interesting call as well after the travel. And I think they might be getting at Berube a little bit for being upset about a few calls early in the game. Because that certainly, I played basketball all my life, that certainly was not a travel down on the block. And that was a petty foul called there. And you can see it on Berube's face, just hands on her forehead.
And we're going to be talking to Jared in just a minute about that very thing and Carla Berube and how she's been reacting during this game as Hannah Fox makes the field goal.
And I'm usually not one to harp on the refs, but it was just that sequence was incredible.
Ryan and Briggs replace Otley and Alabrandi here. Hannah Fox, second free throw. That'll go.
And the free throws are just racking up here for Amherst.
16-point lead for the Mammoths. End of the third quarter now, no shot clock. Jumbos are going to have to do a lot to come back in this one in the fourth quarter.
10 seconds on the clock.
Here's Jack Knapp. She's guarded by Duval. And that's nowhere.
I'm really confused as to what just happened.
Looks like they're going to give that off an Amherst player, so that got tipped.
But it definitely didn't get tipped. It was just a foul.
Might have been. There's something that they're not seeing, that they're seeing that we're not, Francis.
Or we're seeing something that they're not.
Time expiring. Nice shot.
Nice shot.
Nothing but net. Jeanette Wadolowski finishes it off and finishes the quarter. Third quarter ends 39-25. 14-point lead for the Mammoths. Jarrett, let's talk about that quarter. And also Carla Berube. How's she enjoying this game?
Yeah, I would definitely say she's not enjoying it too much. It started off tough. There were a couple calls that she was iffy about. She got on the ref's case, and as the game has progressed, you've seen her get more and more furious. She's taken that out on her team and even slapped her forehead, like you guys said, and said, we're making mental errors. She wants to clean up the mental side of the game, and hopefully that can turn them around in the fourth quarter.
And we've seen if we're looking at the Mammoths and big leads, we saw them blow a 16-point lead against the Bowdoin Polar Bears. Granted, Bowdoin is the #1 team in the nation. Granted, that was in 2 quarters. But I'm trying to sort of employ a narrative here to put the Jumbos back in this one, because if this continues as it is, the Jumbos have no chance.
Absolutely. But you saw Berube do it a little bit at the end of that. And we'd like to thank you, Jared, for your help here. But we saw Berube kind of give a little bit of a half-court press. I wouldn't be surprised if the Jumbos came out and at least a three-quarters court, try to trap a little bit. Like I said at the top of the broadcast, force some turnovers, get some quick points. Something was edited. Oh no, we scored at the end of the half. It is only end of the quarter. It's only a 14-point game. That's nothing. These Jumbos can easily go on a run here. But I would look to see the Jumbos put a little pressure on Amherst and see how they handle it.
This is going to start with Megan Sullivan. She's going to give that over to Hannah Fox now. Fox has 6 points for the Mammoths in this game. Again, Jumbos haven't beaten the Mammoths since 2016. Haven't won at home since before that. The last win was away. Madeline Eck guarded by 2 Jumbos. Plays it out to McNamara, wide open. Covered quickly by Knapp. Courtney Resh.
Got away with the travel there. That was more of a travel than the one at the end of the third quarter. Nonetheless, and it's another foul. And this is getting really interesting, to say the least, by the refs.
That's going to be against the Jumbos there.
Of course it is.
Push.
Foul was called on Tufts number 33, Jeanette Wadolowski.
Jeanette Wadolowski called for the foul there. She's going to exit the game now. Going to be replaced by Molly Ryan, number 11.
And it seems to me that Berube is telling her basically it's not a foul, but who knows?
Played long. McNamara thinks about the 3, then lofts the pass over to Fox. Plenty of time on the shot clock for the Mammoths now.
And that's the big thing with that foul, too, is it gives them a fresh 30. They can waste a little more time.
Resh plays it to Fox. Still a 14-point lead for the Mammoths here. Very comfortable for Gamarowski and co.
That's a travel.
Megan Sullivan now.
That's a push-off.
No charge called. Passing shot doesn't make it. Erica DiCandido now. Francis is as fired up as the rest of the Jumbos faithful here. Here's Emily Briggs.
I'm just calling a basketball game here, Charlie. I'm calling what I see.
Molly Ryan to the basket for 2.
And this Jumbos team seems to be coming out pretty aggressively. Let's see if they can chip away here.
Maeve McNamara. Mammoth's going to take a little time, wind the clock down here. Courtney Resh now with the ball. Tightly guarded by Emily Briggs. Gives it over to Maeve McNamara. 9 on the shot clock. Anna Fox.
You asking how the Jumbos are going to get back into it. Stop after stop after stop.
2 seconds on the shot clock. McNamara gets it to go. Brilliant play, Maeve McNamara, as the shot clock expires. Thinking about a 3, Molly Ryan instead gives it to Briggs. Briggs can't get it to go. Maybe shouldn't have taken the shot. And that's going to be a foul called against the Jumbos there.
And excuse me, sir, I didn't know what that call was. I've never seen that hand signaling in my life. The 2 hands forward, I'd like to get a little more clarification on that a little bit later. Nonetheless, Amherst basketball underneath the Tufts basket here.
2 fouls in the quarter for the Jumbos. Eck gives that over to McNamara. Full court press by Tufts. 14-point game, 7:45 left on a Friday night in Cousins Gymnasium. Eck almost lost it. Nice moves from her, and she's going to get that to go. Madeline Eck for 2.
She got
the lead to 16.
She got home court roll there, now on her own home court.
She's up to 8 points on the day. Sullivan's still at 12. Hasn't done much in a while, but that's because other people have been pulling the slack. And here's Kaylin Harrington, tipped away, but a little too liberally.
And that'll be Eck's 4th. So now there's a coaching decision here. Do you leave Eck in with the 4, or do you take her out for a couple of minutes?
And you still have number 21, Cam Hendricks, sitting on the bench with 3, so she may be someone to come off the bench and spell Eck. Briggs, mid-range, too much on it.
Oh!
And a foul on the recovery by DiCandido. She can't believe it.
And Berube is about to get a technical foul. And what is that?
This is why we don't have...
I don't know that hand signaling there.
Yeah, there's a reason that we don't have floor mics here for JumboCast, because Carla Berube is not happy at all.
And if I were her too, I would probably have gotten a tech a long time ago. That's why I'm not coaching. That's why I'm broadcasting, Charlie.
Courtney Resh now. Full court press by the Jumbos. Pulls one out here. Briggs with the ball.
Okay, thank you for calling that.
Terrible foul there as Courtney Resh falls over and takes out Emily Briggs mid-stride.
And that was a clear path foul. No discussion there. It would just be a common foul.
Molly Ryan now with the ball. An unfortunate trip for the Mammoths player. Here's Kaylin Harrington. She'll hand this over to Erica DiCandido. Briggs now, guarded by Resh. Getting around her, can't get it to go, but recovered nicely by Harrington. Lofted pass to DiCandido.
DiCandido needs to go up with
Surrounded by Sullivan. Knapp from 3. Gets it to go. Jack Knapp cuts it to 13 with 6:30 left.
Cut off the sideline.
DiCandido.
Oh, it's back court. She got it in the front court and had her foot in the back court. That's a backcourt violation every single time, Charlie.
Well, not every single time, Francis.
Obviously.
Maeve McNamara now. Hannah Fox. Still a game I don't think you can give to the refs as a deciding factor. The Jumbos haven't played as well as they should have. Eck gets the field goal with 3 seconds on the shot clock. Madeline Eck now up to 10 points. Still on 4 fouls, doing a good job of staying out of foul trouble. Avoiding fouling out. Here's Kaylin Harrington. Thinks about a 3.
That's a
Decides
foul.
against it. Almost a reach in from Sullivan. Briggs loses it but recovers. Loses it again. That's going to be out of bounds. Emily Briggs, 2 poor mistakes in a row. Mental mistakes. We're going to see Sophia Rosa come in and replace her now after that. Berube still frustrated
Pleading her case.
lobbying the officials.
Berube and I would be best friends right now.
Megan Sullivan. Sullivan plays it forward to McNamara. McNamara guarded by Knapp and DiCandido. They'll get that out of there. Sullivan now.
And I think Tufts needs to get into a full court zone press. We've seen that Amherst hasn't really been able to handle the pressure as well as you think they would be able to. Wouldn't be surprised if the Jumbos go full court zone.
McNamara. Almost halfway through the 4th quarter. Jumbos really haven't cut the lead. It's only diminished by 1. Madeline Eck, guarded by Rosa, and Harrington gets it away. Shot clock violation in the end.
Yep. And I was hoping that was a shot clock violation. For a second, I thought it was going to be a foul. That was not going to be a happy camper, Charlie.
Nice job by the Jumbos. That was Harrington and Rosa on the double team. Eck really didn't have anything to do. Nice vision to find the pass, but just too much time had elapsed. Here's Jack Knapp, 5:08. Molly Ryan, nice moves, guarded by 2 Mammoths. Doesn't really have any space, but does a nice job to find Knapp. She's guarded by Hannah Fox. Knapp, 5 points on the day. Far cry from her last game where she scored 23. And she's going to lose that steal. Hannah Fox. And a travel on Fox. Jumbos get a call there, and they're going to have the ball. Going to see Jeanette Wadolowski re-enter now, replacing Kaylin Harrington.
And the Jumbos are taking too long to get shots up. I understand you want a good shot and you need to make shots at this point. But you're in hurry mode. You're in trying to get shots up as quickly as possible at this point.
Jack Knapp, 4:42. Erica DiCandido fouled.
And that might be on Eck. No, and it's going to go against number 20.
Resh. That'll be Resh's 2nd foul on the day. DiCandido is going to shoot 2 here.
Erica DiCandido at the line for Tufts.
3 fouls each on the quarter now. DiCandido again, 86.3 from the free throw line. She gets the first one.
These are huge free throws here. Clock stop, chance to score.
And here's the second. She makes both. Leads down to 13 for the Mammoths. They're going to try and answer. And nicely broken through most of the full court press before losing it. Maeve McNamara, Jack Knapp on the fast break, can't get it to go. Recovered by Megan Sullivan. Berube's on the court. 6 women on the court for Tufts and still can't score.
I wouldn't be surprised here if Berube doesn't get attacked. I mean, she deserves to be doing what she's doing. I mean, this ref deserves it. And you know me, I never talk about the refs. And I understand that the Jumbos are doing a lot of things wrong. But in the second half especially, there have been a lot of blown calls. And just as one who appreciates the game of basketball, it's sad to see sometimes. You know, these players work day in and day out. And I understand people are flawed. But to inconsistently call a game like this, it deserves Berube, being upset about it.
And your ire is mostly based with the touchline ref on the side that Amherst are going at right now, right? Those are the entire team.
Yep.
They're problematic.
But nonetheless, the Jumbos will come out in a press here, and I'm still surprised they haven't gone to a zone press. It looks like they're still going to be in a man-to-man, but the zone press allows for traps.
Maeve McNamara now, 4:25.
And a little surprise trap there.
She'll off that up to Sullivan. Still in the backcourt, gets it to McNamara.
Nice little design there, a little surprise trap by the Jumbos.
Hannah Fox, as the clock ticks down to 4 minutes. And the Jumbos' hopes of victory here get slimmer and slimmer. Courtney Resh.
And
it's good from 3. Maeve McNamara as the shot clock expires.
And that was a dagger. I mean, at the end of the shot clock, 16-point game now. The Jumbos need to hurry. Don't have much time to set something up here.
McNamara 7 points all in this quarter. Knapp gets it out to Wadolowski, guarded by Sullivan.
And that's going to be Eck's 5th foul. With 3:41 left here.
We're going to see a change. And here's what I was talking about earlier. Eck comes off, replaced by Cam Hendricks, who's had herself a nice day so far, but ran into foul trouble in the first half. She's on 4 fouls, 8 points, so she's going to come in presumably until she fouls out. From 3, too much on it. Recovered by Rosa. She can't get that to go. Jumbos looked like they were trying to foul there, but ended up getting out to Hannah Fox.
At this point, you just want to trap in the half court. You want to trap everything and try to force turnovers for the Jumbos. 3 minutes isn't charity in basketball, but 16 points, there's a lot of points to overcome here. Especially when you're not on ball pressure. Knapp should be up in her grill right now. Instead, kind of sitting back and letting go deep into the shot clock. And Amherst is going to use all of this shot clock, if not get a shot clock violation.
1 second on the shot clock. McNamara gets it off.
And that will be a shot clock violation.
Doesn't get the rim. Jumbo's ball.
And if you're an Amherst fan, you're not too unhappy with that. I understand you didn't get a good shot up, but at the end of the day, you wasted 30 seconds of this clock with a 16-point lead. You have to feel decent about that.
Yeah, shot clock violation, less of a penalty than a pat on the back for the Mammoths here. Means they're 30 seconds closer to coming away with a huge win with major ramifications nationally and in the NESCAC. Foul on Wadolowski there.
I think that's actually going to go against Amherst, a hand check, and that is going to go against number 5 on the Amherst.
Megan Sullivan with the foul. That's her second personal. McNamara going down to her coach, GP Gramacki, to talk to him. Gramacki owns a over 900 winning percentage for the Mammoths in his career. He's been here 12 years. As Wadolowski makes the first. He's been a 6-time Coach of the Year. One thing he doesn't have that Berube does is a coaching stint with the USA women's national team. Berube head coach of the under-17s and under-16s. Wadolowski makes both the free throws there.
You definitely want to see some traps here out of the Jumbos. That's just 5 seconds. That's a generous amount of time. That was the longest 5 seconds I've ever seen.
Pass still finds its way to Fox. She's with the ball now, guarded by 2 Jumbos. She's going to dribble her way out of that.
And Molly Ryan needs to stay up there. Get a 5-second count started.
Here's Hannah Fox, under 2:30 now. She's fine taking her time. Not going to help the Jumbos' chances of winning. McNamara with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Travel called on Courtney Resh. Jumbos ball again, but none of this matters if the Jumbos can't go down the other way and score.
Absolutely, and they've had a few possessions here where they missed a few layups, missed a few putbacks. They need to hurry. They can't take their time and set up a play. They have to go.
DeCandido off the outside of the rim from her. Knapp, nice footwork staying in. Second chance now for the Jumbos. That's tipped by Resh and a foul. Got some of the arm.
And Charlie, this game isn't over. I mean, it seems to be almost sealed for Amherst, but Tufts showing a little bit of life here.
Knapp was 15 of 16 earlier this week from the free throw line, shooting 2 now.
If Amherst can get to the line and make them, they will win this game. But if Amherst misses free throws, this game's not over.
Knapp misses the first one. Going to see 2 changes. Wadolowski and Otley coming, just Otley coming in to replace Sophia Rosa. Otley has 2 points on the day, 2 fouls. And that makes the second 1 of 2 there. She'll probably regret that first one for a while. Here's the full court press from the Jumbos. McNamara lofts the pass, almost intercepted by DeCandido and picked up there by Knapp.
That's also true. That's a good call. And number 21 for Amherst, Cam Hendricks. Can't believe it, but we have a bird's eye view here. It looks like the right call to me.
So Jumbos possession here, down 13. Trying to pull it back little by little. Wish they could get
And Sadie
more
needs
than
to
3
get a
at
quick shot up here.
Played forward to DeCandido. Wadolowski! No good, recovered by Fox and immediately fouled. Looks like the foul actually off the ball there by Erica DeCandido. That's her 4th person. Excuse me, DeCandido was fouled. I didn't exactly see that.
DeCandido didn't end up on the ground there, so I think we all assumed that that was against her. Nonetheless, she just stood on her feet.
And it looked like that foul is against Cam Hendricks, and she's out of the game. We're going to see Duvall come in now.
2 Amherst players have fouled out, and Eck and Hendricks, they're 2 highest scorers. Or
the 2 highest
players.
scorers generally.
Yep.
But you still have Fox on the court. She's averaging 17 a game, and you still have Megan Sullivan, who scored 12. Although none, mind you, in this second half.
That doesn't matter, though. It takes 1 shot to put a dagger in.
And it's not that the Mammoths are necessarily trying to score as hard as the Jumbos are right now. DeCandido to shoot 83-3 from the line. Gets that one to go. 12-point deficit, 1:50 to go. Charlie Driver, Francis Simmons.
It's going to be a tight one here down the stretch. This game is not over.
She gets both. 11 points. The deficit now for the Jumbos to overcome. Full court press, immediate foul. Maeve McNamara.
And that's just the 4th team foul for Tufts, so the next one will be in the bonus. Not the worst foul I've ever seen there. At least, you know, if you want to stop the clock later in the ball game, you did pick up that 4th foul, so you don't have to do it.
And McNamara almost fouled by Knapp. Looked like she got a little handsy there. Gives it over to Sullivan. 1:41 left.
And they need half-court traps. Tufts is not trapping in the half-court. They need to get out there and force passes and force the ball to be moved around instead of dribbled at the top of the key by Hannah Fox like it has been for the past 4 or 5 possessions.
1:28, 10 on the shot clock. Fox now decides to go forward. 5 seconds on the shot clock. And the foul called. Berube can't believe it. That's against Erica DeCandido. It's her 4th of the game.
Foul's called at number 44 at Tufts.
Hannah Fox is going to shoot 2 now. And Carla Berube isn't even complaining anymore. She's just in disbelief.
She's smiling. That's all you can do at this point is smile. I mean,
Fox, good from 1.
Tufts does have 3 timeouts remaining if they need to use them, whereas Amherst has 4. Both teams are in the bonus.
And it's going to be a 12-point deficit as it's recovered there. And oh, it's lost there by Molly Ryan. And it'll be back with the Mammoths here, and that's not going to help the Jumbos. And we're going to see a timeout taken after that demoralizing mistake by Molly Ryan.
Absolutely. And in the timeout, we'll do a little possession reset. The possession arrow does face the Jumbos, so on any tie-up, the Jumbos will retain the ball. Both teams, like I said before, have 5 fouls apiece, so both teams are shooting free throws the rest of the way. With 2 timeouts remaining for the Jumbos and 4 for Amherst. It's a 37-49-point game here in Cousins Gymnasium. Amherst has a 12-point lead over the Jumbos with 1:19 remaining here in the 4th period. It's Charlie Driver, myself, Francis Simmons. Still should be a little bit of a thriller down the stretch, but if Amherst can make their free throws here, you have to think this game's over.
Yeah, and what happened, honestly, was just the 3rd quarter. Tufts didn't get it to go their way. They had come back nicely in the game after falling behind in the 1st. The 2nd was sort of neck and neck. But the Jumbos just lost the plot in the 3rd and got down so far that they've been playing catch-up ever since and not very effectively.
Absolutely, and I would like to see some traps here. Still no traps.
Hannah Fox.
I mean, they're just letting Hannah Fox dribble to the top of the key for 25 seconds of the shot clock, then attack.
We're going to pass under a minute here as the Mammoths close on a nominal upset that really in the matchup wouldn't be as such. And this is going to really hurt the Jumbos down the line, both in the national rankings and in the NESCACs, as Hannah Fox can't get that one to go. Recovered by DeCandido. Being chased down by Duvall there, spins around.
This needs to be a 3.
From 3 is Molly Ryan, can't get it to go.
That's over the back.
And it's going to be out of bounds.
And Erica DeCandido can't believe the call either. I mean, Erica DeCandido should be shooting free throws right now, nonetheless. Tufts will try to get a quick basket here and see what they can do with a little bit of pressure.
Molly Ryan. Jumbos are going to fall in the national rankings if they lose this game, probably past number 5. DeCandido.
A shot needs to go up quickly.
Tracks it down. She's going to take a shot off and is fouled by Courtney Resh. That's Resh's 3rd.
This game's still, I keep preaching, this game's not over.
DeCandido can pass into double digits with these points, most of which have come on recent free throws. 31.1 seconds left, 12-point deficit, now 11.
First foul called on the 20 is Courtney Resh, their third.
And if you're Amherst, this game has gone exactly according to plan, Francis.
Yep, exactly. You know, you force turnovers early, you push the tempo early. Like we said in the beginning, it was about a 10-point game in the first quarter, 8 to 10 points. And what happened was Jumbos just couldn't catch up, and the same thing happened at the opening of the third quarter. Just Amherst came out, they pushed the tempo, they took care of the ball, and they forced Jumbo's turnovers.
And the Jumbos just haven't been able also to crack the Amherst defense. They've only scored 39 points. They've scored probably 10 in the last few minutes.
Absolutely, but a lot of that's derived from the turnovers. And especially we were talking about in the first half, a lot of the turnovers weren't because of Amherst's defense. It was more of just laziness. I think the nerves of the game getting to them. And after in that first half, those turnovers really racked up. Amherst took advantage of them, scored. And I just think in the beginning of the third quarter, too, turnovers, we were turning the ball over a little too much. And those turnovers led to easy baskets, especially in the second half. And that's how Amherst was pulled away for good here with this 10-point lead.
You just saw Tony Monaco on your screens, the president of Tufts. He's not that interested in this game as the Jumbos look on the cards to lose, barring a 10-point comeback. As the Mammoths are going to lose the ball there, so the Jumbos are going to have a chance to chip away again after a wayward pass couldn't be corralled by Maeve McNamara.
And I don't know if anyone touched that. If no one touched that, the clock should be changed. If no one touched that, I mean, if someone touched that, the clock should be changed. If no one touched that, the ball should be on the sideline, not the baseline.
I'm pretty sure, I think Maeve McNamara did get a hand on that one. So this is a correct call by the officials, and DeCandido is going to take the inbound.
Then they need to change the clock, which they are doing now.
Clock is now at 30.8 seconds.
There was 3 minutes up there for a second. I don't think the Jumbos would have minded another 3 minutes in this game. I think they actually might have had a chance to come back.
Here's Molly Ryan, clock ticking below 25. Jack Knapp now.
A quick shot needs to be put up here. They're taking way too long.
This man defense has stifled Jumbo shots all day, and that's going to be a foul called against number 20. Fourth foul there for Courtney Resh.
It just took too long to get a shot up, though.
It's another shot for DeCandido. At what point do you start taking those shots that you may not necessarily make? But
at this point, when there's 30 seconds left and you're down by 10.
And DeCandido misses that one. Jumbos haven't been very good from the free throw line during this fourth quarter. Probably shooting around 60%. Going to make one of two there. And a timeout.
Timeout, Amherst. That is a 30.
That's going to be called by Amherst there.
I just think there's not enough time in the game anymore. I think it took the Jumbos a little too long to get a shot up there. They only got 1 point out of the trip. 17.5 seconds, 9 points is a lot to overcome. It's been done before, but it's a lot to overcome.
And you assume then, so is it now just foul Amherst and hope they miss the free throws?
I think that you foul them here, and then if they make their free throws, I think you just play the game out. I don't think you foul anymore, to be honest with you.
We're going to get to see that in a second. Short talk by Carla Berube, a little longer from Amherst, from the Mammoths.
Amherst just needs to get the ball in and knock 2 free throws down. This game is sealed.
Jumbo is looking to avoid falling to their second loss. Amherst trying to avoid a third and go up to 18-2 on the season.
And the Jumbos are taking forever to foul. Might as well not even foul anymore. And they are going to play it out.
And eventually the foul.
And it wasn't
Sadie
intentional.
Otley.
I think the ref thought that Sadie was trying to foul there. She wasn't. I think Berube just said play it out and take the 9-point loss here. But 2 free throws are coming for Amherst on the foul from Sadie, her third.
Jumbos are going to play against Hamilton tomorrow at 3 p.m. We're going to have that game for you with JumboCast. That's Senior Day, celebrating the many seniors of the Tufts women's basketball team as Hannah Fox makes the first one to increase the deficit to 10 and take the Mammoths up to 50 points. Not sure exactly where the Mammoths are going tomorrow, but they're going to play another in-conference matchup. They'll go up to 5-1 in the conference on the season with this one. Jumbos fall to 6-2. Here's Wadolowski, 5 seconds left.
There's desperation.
Deep three, Jack Knapp misses entirely out of bounds. 0.6 seconds on the clock, and this game is essentially over.
Yep, Amherst needs to get the ball in. Tufts should just let Amherst get the ball in.
And it's more reminiscent of the national championships where Tufts really hasn't been up to scratch compared to the regular season matchups, which have always seemed to be tight affairs. But in this one, the second half was really no contest. The Amherst Mammoths pulled away as soon as the third quarter started and didn't look back. Final score 50-40. Megan Sullivan has herself a career day with 12 points, really outstripping her average of 4.3 as sort of the contest that we were expected didn't live up to billing, and Tufts is going to fall to 19-2 and fall in the rankings. Amherst is going to at least take their place and move up to number 4 when the next D3 Hoops rankings come out. Charlie Driver and Francis Simmons here. Thank you for tuning into JumboCast. We hope you enjoyed our opulent graphics package tonight and our sideline reporters. We tried to pull out all the stops. We'll see you tomorrow for Tufts women basketball versus Hamilton. Good night.